Hello, hi guys. What's poppin'? What's happening? I want to talk about something very serious today. So I hope you guys are ready for me. I love chocolates and I need chocolates. They give me energy. Sugar actually gives me energy. Hi guys. Okay, so I want to talk about something very important and very serious today. And I'm going to allow some people come on my page, come on my live, and also share their opinion. Okay. So I am tired. When I say tired, I am tired of getting a lot of DMs that sometimes I really don't know how to reply these DMs. And it has to do mostly with women. I have a lot of married women that come on my page. They come into my DM. And they tell me or try to explain to me a whole lot of things that they're going through in their marriage. Like, I'm not happy, my husband is beating me, he's not taking care of me, he's not paying attention to me and the kids, he's not doing this, he's not doing that, he's not supporting me, he talks down on me. Some will say he's not beating me, but he's neglecting me, he gives me emotional trauma, he gives me emotional. Then they say, I don't know how to get out. I don't know what to do. I need you to advise me on what to do. And in my head, I'm thinking, you are not happy in that marriage. He is, because sometimes I have some few guys that also talk about their marriage. He is, but majority women, about 80% women. Now, he is or she is abusing you, either emotionally or physically or mentally. And then you need me to help you make a decision. I am not in that relationship with you. It is your relationship. You are the one who is going through the trauma, the depression, the pain, the agony, the stress. You are the one who is wearing the shoes. You know where it hurts. It's all on you, and then you need me to tell you what to do. My dear, if you are in so much pain in your marriage or in your relationship, if you're going through so much and then you can no longer take this thing, you don't need nobody to tell you what to do. You need to talk to yourself and ask yourself, what do I want? And you need to get out. Some people will tell me, I don't know how to start. How do I start? You start anyhow. You start anyhow, because the first thing you need to say to yourself is, when I was born, this person or partner was not born with me. We were not twins. My mother had me separately on her own and raised me, or whoever raised you raised me on their own. He was not there. She was not there. I had a life before I met this person. That is to say, when God created you, He did not create you because of that person. He created you for you to achieve your purpose on earth. You've come first. before any other person. You come first even before your children. Because if you're not in the right place mentally, you can't take care of nobody. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody. If you can't love yourself, you cannot love anybody. And that is a fact. Your sanity is important. Aha! You get that? Your sanity is very important. Not important so that you understand how important your sanity is. If you're emotionally drained, you can't take care of the children. That's why you see a lot of women, they're in such a terrible relationship, and then they vent on their children. They pour all the anger on their children. That's why they scream, they shout, they beat they become like enemies with their kids. Those children didn't send you there. They didn't ask for you to go there. You made a decision to go into that relationship. Now, if that relationship is not working for you, I don't know why you are still in that relationship. And I don't know why you need me to tell you to get out. I don't know whether you need for you to go about and say, oh, Iyabo told me to get out. No! I don't have to tell you. So if I tell you to stay and die there, you will stay. If I say, okay, stay there, die there, will you remain in that relationship and die there? So stop coming to my DM to ask me, what do I need to do? Where do I need to go? Go anywhere. Get out of that relationship. If that person who is hurting you so much should sleep and not wake up anymore, won't you move on? If you go out and then before you come, that house burns down and you're homeless, won't you move on? That's how you think. Now in life, you take risks. When you are afraid to take risks in life, then you cannot move on. When you are afraid to take decisions in your life, then you cannot move on. You should learn to drink that garri, knowing fully well that tomorrow you will eat chicken. You should learn to walk out of a bad relationship, knowing fully well that tomorrow it will become a testimony for you. It's a choice. Now, what I have discovered among you ladies is that a lot of you are lazy. You are lazy. You are looking for security. You are looking for someone to carry your total bill, your total life where you are looking for that person. So when that person is not treating you right, because you are lazy, you are afraid to get out there and become a sales girl. Sell pure water, sell cookies. Do whatever it takes and start small. You are afraid because you are lazy. I'm telling you, that is the fact. You are afraid because you don't want to move on. And that person that is maltreating you and treating you like a piece of shit, that person that is maltreating you and making you feel lesser than yourself, knows that you are lazy, knows that you cannot do without him. And that's a fact. And that's a fact. Yes, so how many strong women that own their someone like me now, I marry tomorrow. Our Agbowosoke will lift up his hand and say he wants to beat me. When it's not that I slapped you, then you want to slap me back. Because that will call that probably might be self-defense, even though it is wrong for you to raise up your hands on a woman. Because some women too, they are very fast to raise up their hands to hit a man. You hit a man and then you aggravate his anger. Not everybody has that tolerance. You have to know the person you are dealing with. You have to understand the kind of person you are dating. Because a lot of women too, you are there. So why you land him slap? Why? Then he bounces back on you. Then you say he is beating, he is abusing. You were the first person to abuse him, and he abused you back. Because if you want to slap, go and slap a woman like yourself outside, so it can be two fighting. You slap a man will forget that you're a woman. He will slap you back, except it's a man that has patience. And when you know you are married to a man that does not have patience, and then you go and slap him, expect that slap will return back. Because religion a bad relationship is a bad relationship. There's no amount of way you try to coat it, you try to paparazzi it, you try to sweeten it. A bad relationship is a bad relationship. And in my life, I believe in 50-50. It is what you give me, I will give back to you. So I come back to what I was saying something before I deviated. If at the end of the day, Moshe wa yin tí mo níṣẹ́ mi lọ́wọ́, tí mo lówó mi lọ́wọ́, tí mo hustle. The man that wants to marry will respect me, even if he has billions. He knows that without him, I will survive. I've been surviving and taking care of so many people before he came into my life. But that does not mean I will not be humble to him. That does not mean I will not respect him. That does not mean I will not take good care of him. And that does not mean I will not show him love. Now, mind you, I'm very busy. And if you love someone, you can never be too busy for that person. So if he's forming over busy, me say I will form over busy. 50-50 new. If he raise up his hand, well, like that is the last time, but bear. Because I will walk out of that relationship. Life is give and take. You have to learn to start working on your emotions. Forget it. Gone are those days when you say, because of family. Hello, girl. When I walked out of my relationship or my marriage, hello. There was a lot of stigmatization. But I knew what I wanted. What do you want out of life? It's important. You need to understand what you want out of life. Kí ló fẹ́ nínú ayé? Nínú ayé ẹ kí ló fẹ́? Because a lot of women, these women, you don't know what you want. A lot of you do not understand what you want, what your purpose is in life. You do not know because you do not do research. You do not ask yourself questions. You do not try to find your way. If you ask a lot of women, what do you want? They'll say, I want God to bless my home and bless my marriage and bless my husband, and so that when my husband have money, he can be providing for us. What about you? What about you? What do you want out of life? Because a lot of men knows, a lot of men out there, they know. Let me tell you something about men, because me myself, I am a woman man. You know what I mean? Like, I am a breadwinner. And I tell you sometimes, when pressure hits you, anybody that brings any bill at that moment, oh more, you will take out that pain on that person, or that I'm trying to look for the right word. You will what's the right word to use now? Okay, I'll remember. When you are going through a lot of pressure, at that moment, and you walk up to me like, okay, let me use myself as an example. I'm stressing. I just paid so many bills. I've been working morning to night. I'm so tired. I'm so stressed. And then I come home. And then someone just walks into my door. Like, even my children, they check my mood before they come and ask me for anything. As playful as I am. Thank you. They pass on the aggression. That's it. And then I come home angry. Maybe my staff, they've stressed me, or we didn't make money, or I had to pay some bills, or government brought some certain things. You know, like, I'm frustrated and I'm coming home tired, stressed up. And then you come and meet me and tell me, I need, you will run away. You will disappear. But does that mean I don't love that person? No, I love that person. But hello, that moment. So men, they go through a lot of pressure too. Especially women. I'm talking to those women that don't do anything. Full time. My husband don't want me to work. Your husband don't want you to work. Okay. And you decided not to work. Okay. And he's giving you everything. Okay. Then don't come into my DM and complain to me. It's a choice that you made. So why are you coming to me to ask me for what? You made that decision not to work. Now, the reason why I'm talking like this and jumping from one to one is because I am tired. My DMs, I don't know. I am not the queen of single mothers. Yes. I am not the queen of single mothers. Nobody gave me that title. So the reason why you all come into my DM to tell me you look up to me, you need advice, stop asking me for advice. Use your brain. It's on you. If I advise you to go out of that marriage, and probably you were lying to me, maybe your husband was not the one doing anything, and then what you tell me, and I want to judge that marriage based on what you told me, and I ask you to walk away from that marriage, and then tomorrow you now walk away and you start to suffer. Maybe you're a lazy person that you don't know how to work on your own. You now come and be saying, "It's Iyabo Ojo to ask me to walk away from your marriage." Neighbor! It's on you. It's on you. If you want to stay in that marriage, stay there. See, for you to even ask me, it means that you yourself, you know the next thing to do. You yourself, you know the next solution. A lot of you women, you are so impatient. Someone was telling me the other day, "Hey, yeah, but you know you're a big brand, eh? You're not supposed to be doing advert for all these people that bring all these fake designers to you. Eh? You're not. It's not good for your brand. You're a big girl. You shouldn't be carrying them. When you now have the original ones, people will think it's fake." Hello? Excuse me. This person advising me don't even have money. This person advising me carries fake bag. And she's advising me. Hello? Why are you so fake? Because you are the fake one. I'm carrying a copy bag. Advertising for people, helping their business to grow. And you're telling me not to do that. That because it will affect my brand. What brand? It is part of my brand to help promote people's business. That is part of my brand. And if I have to carry a copy bag to promote someone's business, to help put food on their table, then that is my brand because I have achieved a goal. And it is not called misplaced priority. It is my priority. And I told that person, you need to get your priorities straight. If you get your priorities straight, then you will understand what life is all about. I don't do dubious business. I don't have sudden money. I work my ass out. And yes, sometimes I get free money and gifts from fans and friends and lovers and people. Yes. But I also work my ass out. Those original bags, I have some of them. In fact, I have a bag that I bought for actually I didn't even buy it. Somebody bought it for me for about 5,250 something pounds. This bag was bought for 5,200 something pounds. This one Shoba, I carried it for some few months. This shakara. Now I'm tired of the bag because it's old school already, even in my eyes. So what? It was made by man. The original bag was made by man. The copy bag made by man. And at the end of the day, if I die, they're not going to bury me with any one of it. If I am broke today, I cannot sell these bags, both the original and the copy. So why do I want to keep myself when I can save money and buy a house? I can save money and buy gold, buy land. I don't have misplaced priority. I have bukata, 7 children in school. I have to feed them, so I will work. And most times when I do all these promotions, I They pay me, it's not free. Some is free, some is not free. Someone must tell me, oh yeah, but you do TikTok. Oh, this TikTok video you are doing. How do you have time for your business? I make more money by doing TikTok than I make in that my whole 3-story building. And that's a fact. Because I get endorsement. I get to promote business. Do you understand? Use your brain. That's the title of this topic today. Use your brain. You should stop frustrating me. I can't read my DMs. Apart from those, the beggars, the ones that come. Now, youth. I also have something to tell you people. Don't come to my DM and beg me for money. I will not give you. Stop sending me DM messages. And please say you send your account. The day I feel like doing giveaway, I will come on my page. I'll put it. I want to do giveaway. I send your account. I will do giveaway. You come on my, go and walk. A lot of you don't want to walk. The last time I posted that I needed sales girl, receptionist, blah blah blah. I posted the list of the people I needed to come and work for me. A lot of you were sending me DMs asking me, how much do you want to pay first before I can come? Some of you came and said the money was too small. 40,000 naira is too small. 50,000 naira is too small for you that don't have anything, that don't have any job. You are complaining 40,000 is too small because you are lazy, because you are not patient enough to start from the beginning. You want to start in the middle. You want to wear what's that one that is raining now? Bone straight. Abi she kilomak benu yen, she bone straight lenpe. You want to wear bone straight. You want to do okay, you want to do CC, you are not ready to work. Lazy people up and down. I'm starting my YouTube program so you will hear my story. You come there, and you people are so quick to go on social media to insult people, abuse people. A lot of people on social media that all they do is insult people is because they don't have anything to do. You are not busy. When you are busy, when you are busy, you won't have time to insult people. I'm telling you. You will just look, laugh, pass. Because when you come on social media, you just want to unwind, you just want to laugh. You just laugh and move on. You won't have time to be insulting people. So now, lazy youths. Very lazy. Last time my daughter bought a car. They are saying it's her mother that bought the car for her. It's somebody that she bought with the money. Last kékeré mo tin kan mo mi e gbọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ má gbẹ́kẹ̀lé ìyá yín. Sometimes I will tell my daughter, yeah, send me 1 million there. Sorry, yeah, me 2 million. Yes. And she will say that I will use it when I have money, I give her back. They work to support themselves, and even me and I work to support. We do it together. It's collaboration. Use your brain. Build yourself. Help yourself to grow. Me, I don't fake anything. Help yourself to grow. This is my house that I bought, so mo shi gba mortgage díẹ̀ tí mo fi support ara mi, and I pay back every month, and I work. Because a lot of you get chicken mother clean and I left for to be a lot. You don't even know the half of it, my dear. You want to be Iyabo Ojo? Do you know what Iyabo Ojo has gone through? Do you know what I have been through? You don't know the half of it. And you can never know the half of it. I don't want to. Yeah. Some of you have not even worked 1 year. You have not said, I'm in school. I want to pay. I want to. What are you doing as a full-time student when you know you don't have a support system? When I went to school, I went for part-time because I was working so I could pay for my school fees. Why do you have so much self-entitlement? I'm your fan for so many. So what if you're my fan for so many years? Must I feed you? Do you know how many people I feed? Do you know how many people I feed? You're my fan does not give you the right to tell me that I have to give you money because you're my fan. Probably you should not be my fan again. Don't Don't let people come and mislead you on social media. All that glitters is not gold. Time waits for no one. 1 minute you're 10, the next minute you're 20, the next minute you're 30, the next minute you're 40, and then you clock 50, 67, and before you know it, it depends. My mom didn't even wait to clock 70 and she left. You don't know what time, you don't know what year, you don't know what. Make the best use of your life. So I have jumped from married women, bad relationship, to the youth. You see guys out there, they'll come and, I'm a growing artist, I'm a kidney complex, let me promote my music, because yes, I try to promote as many artists that come my way that I feel I should help promote their music, because I love music, I believe in that industry, even though I'm not a musician, I do that. And sometimes I chat with them, what do you do? I say, nothing, I'm just an artist, you don't do anything! You're just an artist, you don't have money, oh, it's blow, and you don't do anything. And then you come and tell me you're depressed. I should say, which money? Ọmọ gbogbo ala depressed in Nigeria. Ẹni tó bá ń gbé Nigeria tó bá lóun depressed lọ́lọ́pàá. Gbogbo alájọ máa ń depressed in Nigeria yìí. Frustration were everywhere. The more you have, the more stress. The less you have, the more the more worries. You get that? You're not working. You're not doing anything. Even if you want to be a superstar, a musician, an actress. I tell a lot of people that want to act movies. From the onset, I think I'm one of the very first people in the Yoruba industry that I kept preaching to a lot. And I thank God a lot of ladies are doing that now in the industry. A lot of my colleagues. You cannot be doing actress alone and sit down and say, we are not in America where they pay artists a big money. Forget all that one that they will say, one actress, you see, on social media, on Google. When you Google the richest actress worth 500 million. Ibo! Bag, Ibo lati how many of us can buy brand new chachaka? To kumbo ni gbogbo nra. Wa ko ba fi nylon wa fi bo lára ajo tuntun. To kumbo gbogbo nra. E ma jo ton yin. I remember one of my cars I bought. I had to shoot 3 movies. 3 Yoruba movies. I had to shoot it before I bought 1 car. 3 movies ni mo ya. Ti mo fi gbe mate kan. What do you know? You don't see the pain. You only see the results, the joy, the happiness. You don't know what goes on out there. Yeah, my husband is not that. I don't know. I want to leave. When I leave, my mother, my family sent me back there. Your family sent you back there. Iwojo mowo. When you want to disvirgin, your family did not send you back there. When you now marry and left, your family sent you back there. Must you go back to your family house? Sorry, be more family. Because you are a lazy person. You leave one house that is maltreating you. You want to go back into another house that is not accepting you. And then you go back to where they will not finally kill you. Use your brain. Use your brain. Oh, I want to be like you when I grow up. Don't be like me when I grow up, my dear. Because you don't know my story. Be like yourself. Be original like you. Let it be all about you. Yeah, let it be all about you. And the guys that you think that you can be maltreating one woman, you do anyhow to her. You abandon her and her children. You treat her wrong. Especially the ones that have suffered with you. You dump them. You go for a better one. Karma awaits you. Ele o sọ̀rọ̀ Bíbélì, ele o sọ̀rọ̀ Quran. Karma ó dúró díẹ̀ ni. Ó dúró díẹ̀ ni. Ẹgbà ni. Ó dúró díẹ̀ níwájú. If you maltreat that woman, you will suffer for it. If not in your young age, you will suffer for it in your old age. Those children that you have abandoned will leave you there lonely. You will die a lonely and a very sad man. Irú yín lè má darúgbó ẹ máa wá ọmọ kékeré kiri àwọn young girls ẹ wọ́n wá fẹ́ yín torí owó yín wá lọ máa gbádùn ara wọn ta. Wọ́n látàrẹ dáadáa wá gbá gbogbo ẹ̀ sára bá wá wọlé wá bẹ́ẹ̀ bí ò ní lè sọ̀rọ̀ tó ló ti darúgbó wá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. You left my money, sorry dear, sorry honey. I'm a yín mú sí ẹlú ra máa rí bàbá òfò. Ìyà yẹn náà ni ara ìyà yẹn náà nìyẹn tó ti. Whatever you do in this life, if you don't know how to give some, because let me tell you, a lot of men out there, most of you are narcissists. Maybe you don't know. A lot of you men, you are narcissists. You don't know how to love. Do you know why? We mothers are the one that cause it you. Àti fìfẹ́ àti fi bá yín jẹ́. Àní jẹ́ ẹgbápá. Àní jẹ́ ẹgbẹ́sẹ̀. Àmọ́ láwọn ọmọ wa ọkùnrin wáyé. Everything they want we do for them. So when they get married, they expect their wives to become their second mother. Give them everything, because we mothers, we don't come to you, these boys, to say, my son, this is what I'm going through. I forgive. Help me. I'm in pain. We don't do that. You will come, mommy. Hey, mommy, I need 5,000. We'll give you take. Mommy, I need 10,000. We'll give you take. Hey, mommy, I want to eat eba. I will give you eba. Mommy, I want to eat chicken. We'll give you chicken. Mommy, my clothes is dirty. We wash it for you. Mommy, my room is not clean. We'll clean it for you. Mommy, I want this. We give you. Mommy, I want that. We give you. So when you marry, you expect the same thing. You expect your wife to clean for you, cook for you, do everything for you. You go out there, you misbehave out there, you do everything out there. So when she challenges you, you see it like a big deal. Why is she challenging me? Because you never had a mother to challenge you. Because you don't know. Yeah? And that's what happens to a lot of men. We are the reasons why a lot of men are the way they are. We mothers. Because everything they do, we pamper their head. And then the mother-in-laws. Nígbà táwọn ìyàwó yín bá wá bá yín, your daughter-in-laws, when they come, and they say, mommy, my husband is, don't talk about my son like that. My son is not like that. You're the one that is a bad woman. Women, mothers, stop it. Because your own husband did you wrong does not give you the license to treat all the women that come to marry your son the same way. Learn to be a good mother-in-law. Scold your child first. I have 5 boys in this house. And I tell them every time, you better be careful. The day you go and give somebody belly, if that girl, like, let her be as ugly as anything. Let her be as, I don't want to know. I will accept it. I will accept that child. And you will look after that baby. That is why God made me in my youth, Nimo Bimo, so I still have energy. And I work out. I'm still strong. And God will give me long life. You beat your wife. I tell Festus, if I come to your house, I will break your head. Me de paromo. I will deal with you. I will bite you. I will shock you. He will be laughing. I say, yes. You have no right to beat her. You have no right, to maltreat her. Because you saw her. It was a decision. You made that decision. Whether you were not planning to mago, but when God wants to catch you, she not get belly. You own up to your responsibility. Mothers, how many of you talk to your sons like that? And it begins from when they are small. You see a lot of women. My house help cannot sit on my chair. My house help cannot eat on the same plate with my children. My house help cannot use the same spoon with my children. My house help cannot watch television. My house help cannot do this. My house help cannot do that. You are the witch. The devil. See, all this some will say devil di ó ti darúgbó gan pẹ́ tí devil ti wálé ayé sórí àwọn ọmọ tí devil bí gan wọ́n burú ju devil lọ. You are the one misleading your sons and your daughters from a very young age. You have already given them that impression. You have given them that mindset that they are bigger and better than the less privileged. You have trained them that way. When you're not there most of the time, you go out to. Is this house help that will see their mistakes, but they cannot help you correct them? Because when you correct them, you will come and say, Sorry, the way you lay your bed, that is how you are going to lie on it. The way you lay your bed, you will lie on it. Otoro ni kama son. Me, I'm not a perfect human being. No. I have my own flaws too. But me, I will see it as it is. A lot of problems that we go through in this life, it is caused by our own hand, our own self, by and then when the wala comes down, you are not looking for where to run to. You are not looking for who to blame. You are not looking for wala. That's a shame. But in this life, everything that you do, all of you want to say, it's when I die, I will go to hell. So you try to want to escape it. That way you die, you don't even know how that place will be. Or you will start to eat it from this life. This life. You hear them say, it's bad people, they don't die on time. Yes, they don't die on time because if only they can tell you what they go through in their old age. Because sometimes God will leave them in this world to suffer. They will suffer. They want to die, the day will not come. Because you have to chop it in full doses. As you give it, so shall you receive it. So let me go back to the very first one I was talking about. Hey, my husband beat me. I'm going through emotional problem. Hello, madam. A lot of men out there, they are narcissists, egoistic people. They don't know how to love. They lack empathy. They don't understand. So if you like, you cry for now till tomorrow, and you give an excuse. Hey, my husband is upset with me today. Maybe because he's stressed out, or maybe because he doesn't have any reason to treat you bad. He loves you and he calls you the sugar of his eye. He calls you the tomato that he eats. He calls you the only mosquito in his net. He calls you the honey in his cucumber. Whatever it is that he calls you, he has to live up to it. It is not the amount of things that he says with his mouth that matters, but his actions towards you. If you have a husband that makes you feel like an idiot, if you have a husband that has no respect for you, if you have a husband that treats you like a piece of shit, you have a husband that does not care about you, you have a husband that at every freaking fucking time is going to slap you, you have a husband that will do anything wrong to you. And you're asking me, Iyabo, for advice. Advice on my for ṣé mi mo nbe jiya ni, ṣé mi mo nbe gbagba ti ni, ṣé mi mo nbe gbegba sara ni, ṣé mi ni. You people should stop sending me DMs, because I will start watching your DMs and I will be posting it there. Maybe people should be helping you, advise you, because you are not using your brain. Any man that does not treat you right, walk away. You don't need me to tell you that. Let your brain know that your happiness should come first. Your life should come first, even before the life of your children. Because a lot of you will say, I'm in the marriage because of my children. Children, the teenager, they are gone. They begin to live their own life, have their own friends, do their own things. By the time they get to adulthood, they have moved on. You can't even go to their house without first calling them to seek permission. They live in their house. If you are lonely on your own. You call themselves, they'll be telling their friends,
Oh, my mom can call me too much. Oh, she knows. Oh my, just hold on, let me call her. Hello, mommy, I'll call you back. I'm busy. Okay? And you deprived yourself happiness because of them. You deprived yourself everything good because of them. They will live their life and they will move on faster than you could ever think. It's the same way with you, I'm sure. When your parents call you or your mom or your dad, you really don't really have so much to talk about with them. So it's the same thing. You cannot be in a broken relationship because you want to wear a ring and say, I am Mrs. Somebody. You cannot be in a relationship and say you want to be Mrs. Somebody and then you are dying silently and then you're not coming to my DM and you're asking me for advice. And your advice will look like a phone. Use your brain. Use your brain. Sometimes I go on Gist Lover. Because I know Gist Lover is in this page now. And I sit down. And I see Gist Lover will come and put one lady there. Homebreaker! Housebreaker! We are going to do you today. Kinika. Gist Lover, have you ever gone back to that same home to find out if that woman that they broke her home and tried to wreck her house and do a lot with her husband, is that woman, has she left that home or she's still there? Gist Lover, I'm very low. Do you know how many women that you will carry their story and put there? Oh, the husband did this, the husband did that. Did she send you a message? She's still there. She's still there. She will even insult you with her husband. Don't mind that. I don't even know that plug. You need to put that plug there. I don't know who sent that message. Oh, sorry, honey. What do you want? You want to what do you want to eat, honey? I'm sorry, baby. I don't know how they go. The husband says a lie. You're the one that did it. You asked your friends to do it. You gave them a. So I'm not the one that did it. Oh, God knows it's my heart. Honey, I love you. God knows I'm not the one that did it. Why would I want to do that to my home? I can never leave my husband because of another woman. And then you slide into my DM and say, I'm going through a lot in my marriage. I don't know what to do. I want to move, but I don't know how to move. Show me by.
Yes, the network went bad for a while. Came back. Hello, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? I don't know what happened to this phone. I don't know what's happening. It's like the internet is low. Maybe the internet is upset that I am doing this. I don't know. You know. I don't know. Can you see me? You understand? So, my dear fellow women that slide into my DM, don't slide into my DM anymore. Are you understanding me? Don't slide into my DM anymore. Don't slide into my DM anymore. Am I making sense to you? Don't slide into my DM anymore. Because it's frustrating. Very, very frustrating. I don't want it. Shesibo. Okay. If you want to contribute to this conversation that we've had, please, you can say, I want to. I'll add you. Why them are saying DMs to me? I'm going through emotional problem. My husband clinical. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to start. I want to leave him, but I can't. If the one even said I'm pregnant again, he has been beating me. I noticed this since we married, but I was thinking it was going to change. And now I'm pregnant with the third baby. I don't know what to do. I want to walk away, but I don't know how to walk away. Please, how did you do it? How did you? How did I do what? How did I start what? Madam, use your brain. Hello brain. Hello brain. And that brain can function where? It's really annoying. Hello brain. If you're not happy in a relationship, zoom away. Do you know how many relationships I walk out from? Or English, I should walk out from or walk out on any which one. I don't care. If I'm married today I am not happy in that marriage, I will move away. See, let me tell you something. Your happiness is important. Like I said, it is important. Your sanity is very important. Marriage is not a do or die. Our mothers that went into it that time and remained there, a lot of them died of hypertension. BP ló pa yala ya tó pọ̀ jù. A lot of them in their old age, when they should be happy and enjoying, they died with hypertension, with BP. So let's be real with ourselves. There are wonderful men out there. If one does not work for you, another will work for you. You don't understand. You don't have to kill yourself. It's a decision that you make. If you choose to remain in it, it is your decision. If you die, we will all remember you and say, oh, she died. We'll move on. My mother died. My whole world stopped. I felt I wasn't going to move or eat for like 2 days. I wasn't eating. They were forcing me, bringing tea, bringing water. But I still drank the water. I still drank the tea. And later I still ate the food. It shows that in this life, when you go, even your loved ones will move on. And that's a fact. Those children, they will live their life. They will remember you. Do you know the funny thing? Some of those kids gone, when they grow, they'll be very close to their father. That same father, they'll be close to them. So my dear, your happiness should come first. Use your brain. For me to do this life, is because I have read and 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 read. I'm tired of receiving so much DM messages on people who want me to cancel them on how I moved on as a single mother. I don't know how you want me to cancel you. My own story was different though. I don't know how you want me to cancel it. Rather, I say cancel. My own story was different. What I went through was different. We are different. You can move on today, and it will take you 1 year, 2 years to overcome it. Somebody else can move on and it will take them a longer time. Some can move on and it will take them a shorter time. In this my single motherhood, I have seen people who, after I left my marriage, got married. The marriage didn't work. They left the marriage and they still found somebody else and they still got married to that person. Another person rather. And she's happy. So she says. So in this life, you will see some people, they will leave the marriage. It will take them a longer period to get married again. Some will never get married. So everybody has. You cannot work with my own calendar. Because my calendar is for me and me alone. Your calendar should be for you and you alone. You understand? Your calendar should be for you and you alone. Just love, I don't. Just love. Just lover. What is your problem? You want to come live? What is your problem on my page? I can see. What are you writing there? What is the problem? Are you understanding me? So, in this life, please, use your brain. That is all I'm going to say. Let me go live with the first person. Brain. And you send me DM. She understand. GLB, do you want to come live? Should I bring you live on my page? You are my problem. Okay, let me read this lover. You are my problem. Everybody beg Iyabo for me. Make she marry. Okay, just lover, you want me to marry? Oh, yeah, come like, can I marry a ghost? I can't marry a ghost now. If I want to marry you, just lover, should I call you now? Will you come live so I can see your face? Maybe you are one cute guy. Àbí ṣóbìnrin ni ẹni torí mi ò ń ṣe lẹ́lẹ̀. Maybe you are one cute guy. You understand? We never can say. And it's all the money you have been collecting for advert. It plenty. You understand? You will be a problem to me and I will not be a problem to you. So, are you ready to come live so everybody can see my baby boo? My baby boo. Oh my God. I'm trying to call someone now. The person, okay, let me see. I want to call somebody else now. Who should I call? Who should I call? Who should I call? All right, who should I call? Ah, Temitope is here. Oh. You understand? So this life, my sisters that send me DM, I love you, I appreciate you, but please stop asking me how. Stop asking me how are you going to move on? You don't know how to leave him. He's beating you. You see, for you to even think of it, that I need to ask Iyabo Ojo advice, it means that you can advise yourself. It means that you already know the solution. And the solution is for you to move on. You understand? The solution is for you to move on. Just move on with your life. Pick it again from the beginning. Start all over. And move on. This love, let me even try and call this love herself. Whether this lover will even break the internet today and pick. Where did they do calling? This lover, there's no hide live video from this lover. Report, reply, pin. This lover, I can't see any way to call you from. Can you imagine? This lover, I cannot marry you because I don't know you. You're a ghost. I can't marry a ghost. I reject that. If you want to marry, come live. Come live. If you know that you want to marry. If you cannot come live, then I cannot marry you. It's not possible. I'm calling. But when it's decline, so I think I have to go off now. One of my friend. Larry True Village. Oh yeah. Let me bring my friend on. Ọmọ náà Larry. Ọmọ náà Larry. Ìjọ̀gbọ̀n.
This lover. I'm the one that wants to hand over Iyabo to you.
I reject it. I cannot marry a ghost.
This lover is not a ghost. This lover is a ghost, lie.
Ṣé wọ́n mọ this lover ni ká tètè mọ bí ta ti fẹ́
kojú o. Ọmọ this lover. Ọmọ jẹ́ kó wọ́n jẹ́ ṣọ́ọ̀bù. Ọmọ this
lover ni ká mọ bí ta fẹ́ fèsì bóyá.
Ọmọ this lover.
You only fẹ́ this lover for so many reasons, and I will give you reasons why. Number one, this lover is a ghost.
This lover is a ghost.
To me, I don't know this lover.
I'm sorry. Listen. I want to say something today. Allah there, it's not as if I'm trying to compare this lover as God, because he's not a God. He's a human being. But Allah tari share ọwọ́ ẹ̀ akikito. So this lover
tó dálé ayé rí. Ó máa lóun come in pieces. Tó jẹ́ pé in pieces ló máa come. This lover tẹ́ pé tó bá ti dé báyìí ó á lóun igi ewédò ni wọ́n pa igi ewédò tó ti fi wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn. This lover ló ní. Èmi á fẹ́ this lover lọ́la máa jẹ́ káwọn wá shoot mi. Tó máa gbé
wọ́n lè
wọ́n máa shoot mi báyìí ni spiritually and physically.
Alice, Iyabo this lover. See, everybody that is watching this chat, Let me tell you something.
Everybody, I'm suspecting this my friend. She knows this lover. If you have any problem with this lover, let's go and pick her up. She will provide this lover.
Jumbo, only ìyàwó mi wá ṣeré. This lover, I love you. Only my ṣe.
This lover, if my sweetheart should catch you, you know I have my sweetheart. If my sweetheart.
This lover gogo ló ṣàyẹ̀bẹ̀. Òun gogo ni.
In his dreams, see. Sweetheart to me. My sweetheart is there.
This
and my
okay, you
sweetheart
know
has gone. Private gone.
Propose to Iyabo now.
Well, Lara, ghost that propose this year. Boba Jepin. Ghost by Oma propose this year. Mo fi Ọlọ́run bẹ̀. So mo bóyá this lover, say mo bóyá this lover ni báyìí.
No, kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. This lover handsome
marriage. Ó wá dá lọ kó wá ṣe báyìí. Sweetheart ni níbo.
Láíláí, èèyàn gidi ni
mo jádànù.
Èèyàn gidi ni this lover. Eléyìí ni but this lover is a lady. Báwo lọ ṣe mọ̀ pé this lover is a lady? How do you know?
Èmi ò ṣe lẹ́lẹ̀ o, bó bá jẹ́ obìnrin ni this lover, mi ò ṣe lẹ́lẹ̀ o. Ẹ ṣàánú mi o.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi láìsí banana.
Lára má tú àṣírí mi tí bíbá mi ò láìkẹ́, máa já ìkúrò mi.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi láìsí à ń ṣe bàbá náà máa ń ṣe àwọn olóògùn. If it's not Porongodi, we cannot do. We like Poronjam.
Oh, can you imagine? See the way my friend is embarrassing me on a please you not distract me. We the reason for this life. The reason for this life.
We like when you push. This lover, let me even ask you before you say you want to marry Iyabo. Are you the right one or unripe one? Because it's not yet my budget yet. Can you describe your side?
Lara, I'm a virgin.
Is it this one?
Lara, I'm a virgin.
Choose your side. You need to come and defend yourself.
Lara, I'm a virgin. Please.
Choose your side or Chesa is the kid. Oh my boy.
Lara, I'm a virgin.
I'm the right one. Is this your
Lara, she must pull it off program because ma pull it off live me because you're embarrassing me.
Cherry,
you know you're embarrassing me. I don't like I'm a very good Christian. I don't do all this. I don't do all that shit. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't get what you're talking about. You understand?
You just do some fucking shit, man. Like you just love to fuck real deep.
Oh my God. Please. Let's allow somebody else wants to come on the program. Let's allow somebody else.
Hold up, bro.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Please, you people should disregard that information. That information that she was giving you. Me, I'm a virgin. My friend, please.
Oh, 4.
Tell them.
4, 2, 3. Yes.
Who am I to you? Hello?
Okay, then
Tosin.
1,000. No.
Tosin.
Yes.
Please. Sorry, be Lara, she want to say one paro mommy lórí social media.
She must be alive.
Lara one paro mommy. Eh?
Am I live
now? Yes, now.
I swear to God.
I'm a virgin.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gogo?
Lara, wọ́n fẹ́ pa mí ni. Mo ní Lara, sorry. Tosin, wọ́n fẹ́ pa mí. When I go into my DM, I just keep reading a lot of messages. Women keep coming to me. I want to leave my husband. I don't know how to leave him. He's beating me. I don't know what to do. I mean, like, out of 80 or 100 messages tí bá máa kà 60 ṣá ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó ní marital problem tó ní relationship problem. I am not the president of Single Women Association.
No, they see that, you have a program coming up now. And they see that.
They have a program coming up. But people sometimes, when you read what they're going through, like, because they take their time to explain their life.
Yeah.
And they coming to you and asking you. And especially for the ones that tell me, I don't know how to move on. I don't know how to start my life. So sometimes I don't understand. Are they trying to ask me for money for them to move on? Or they're seeking my advice on how to move? I can't tell you how to move on.
Most people know what they want. Most people know what they want. Sometimes they just want to hear it from probably a celebrity or from somebody else.
But sometimes, sometimes when you hear it from someone else, then you make it all about that person. You understand? It's, Iyabo asked me to move on. Then you're not thinking, you're not using your brain. Moving on has to be a decision so that you can stand by it. You understand? You have to decide within yourself, like, okay, I want to move on. Not because my mom said move on, my dad said move on.
Just love and
you understand? Not because, see, please, can you tell this lover to stop? This lover is harassing me.
No,
marriagically.
What is someone for me? And like I said to you previously, Motigba owo lori e lọ́dọ̀ this lover.
Tosin, the whole world is listening to you.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Motigba owo lori e lọ́dọ̀ this lover.
Okay, everybody that is looking for this lover, please, you just fly down to London, to Dagenham. I can give you the house address where she's staying. When you arrest Tosin, she will provide this lover.
No, mo ti tẹ̀lé this lover láti over a year ago. Mo ti tẹ̀lé.
Ṣé this lover, ṣó ti lójú this lover rí?
Me
this lover fine.
Me really.
So kí marry ghost.
A lò bẹ́ẹ̀.
So ibo ló fẹ́ fi brother ẹ sí?
Excuse me. Hello.
Ibo ló fẹ́ fi uncle ẹ sí?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I can't hear you.
You can hear me very well.
No. The line is.
Yeah, no, the line cannot be. Ma pe uncle ẹ tá bá ti ṣe program talk pé.
Hello.
O ti fún mi lọ́kọ.
Hello.
No, you can hear me very well. You can hear me.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about what's going on. Let's talk about your DM. Let's leave.
Share your level. Yeah, but no.
Because a lot of people tend to see you as someone that, they can speak to. This I've always said to you. People will definitely come to you and want to relate their story with your story. So they will seek advice from you. There's someone at the door. They will seek advice from you and would want to 1 second. Alright, what's up? Yeah, good. Will
this lover said you don't sideline me, Tosi.
Emi, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́. This lover sideline báwo mi ìfẹ́ ká ṣiri wá tún ni. Yeah, they all say.
Tosi, I'm going to record you and I'm going to send it to your brother.
No, don't do that. That's private life now.
What do you mean? On social media, you are confessing pé o gba owó. Tosi, o gbowó. O dẹ̀ ti kọ́kọ́ gbowó kan.
Hello, mi gbọ́, Iyabo.
Ọ̀rẹ́ dókítà ìwọ yìí o.
Sọ̀gọ́ mi.
Láyé.
Ayé le gan, Sọfasínà.
Ayé lọ, ìwọ sí o, gbó lọ Gist lover. Gist lover.
Mo ti sọ pé kò
tó sì fi tẹ̀. Ṣọgbọ́n ní Gist lover sọ ní ha.
No, one thing about Gist lover is you cannot hate Gist lover. You cannot but love Gist lover. in such a way that you don't have a choice. You know, when you don't have a choice to just like, you know what, F it, I love you.
Gist lover just found out that Tosin has been duping him or her.
Me dupe well, Gist lover.
Gist lover, Tosin. Sorry, brother, yeah, kò lè fi ṣeré. Ó ti dupe.
Gist lover, Joe.
You're officially duped.
A lot of people want you to talk about marriage issues. They want you to say something. Because I can read, I'm reading comments. They want you to talk. What exactly do you want to talk about? Me, I just joined.
Oh, I've said a whole lot, and I touched a whole lot. I talked about a lot of, single women who are going through so much pain in their homes, and even men, because I've had very few men talk to me about, oh, my wife is doing this to me, she hits me, she does this to me, I really don't know what to do, blah, 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 blah. I've had that too. But to me, maybe just I've been so overwhelmed with so many things I've been reading, because sometimes I'm really very careful. I don't want to say the wrong thing or say it this way, and then probably that person is not ready. Because you see, a lot of people come to me, because there was this lady I was following up on. She came to me. She has 2 kids. Then she was pregnant. She has that baby now. And then she was telling me she doesn't know how to move on. Her husband has been beating her, maltreating her. Her family doesn't want her to leave the marriage. Each time she goes back to her mom's house, they send her back. And in my head, I'm like, you're not tied there. Yes, you have 3 kids, but you can start anyhow. You understand? You can.
It's not easy.
You can walk away. Yes, emotionally, sometimes it is hard, because I have been there. I have fallen in love with someone in my life that it was hard for me to walk away from that marriage, or that relationship rather. But it's easy when you are determined. It's a decision that you alone have to make. I can't make that decision for you, because right now she's back in that marriage. Now she's not talking to me anymore about the issues.
Can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah.
What does she do?
Thank you. So that's where it comes in. What are you doing for a living? He said, my husband does not want me to work.
Exactly.
So,
that is
to me, it's lazy. You're lazy.
No.
And that's the reason why you can't work out. Because if you have it at the back of your mind, it's a choice between happiness and bondage. Now, for you to find happiness, it's free, but it also comes with a whole lot of baggage. Are you understanding me? You can be happy, but there are things you have to do that will get you to that level. And those things don't come easy. It means you have to pick up your broken pieces and move on. Even if you have to go and squat or go back to your village or do. For me, when I walked out of my marriage, Tosin, you were in the picture. I sold my land that I bought then. You remember 2003 was the first time I bought my first land in Ogba.
Yeah.
And I had to make up my mind. I had to move on. And the only way I could move on was sell that land. And when I sold that land, I divided the money into 4. It wasn't much. I think I sold it then. Was it 1.5 or 1.7? It wasn't much, but I divided the money into 4. And I said, you know what? Yes, I was paying. I was, before my marriage crumbled, we were living in Ikeja. Off, what's that place called now? Agidingbi, remember? From that money, I could afford to get a flat in Agidingbi if I wanted to again, or get a flat anywhere. You understand? With 1 point something, I could afford it. But I had to draw a plan. I knew this marriage thing wasn't going to work for me. And I knew that I had to move on. But I had to put all this fenene apart.
I had to put all the I want to be big, I want to be set, I want to slay. I had to put all those months apart. I had to think of how I was going to be able to manage myself as a single mom, even as a married woman, I was doing everything. So I had to go what? I had to go get a house in Ikorodu. You understand? I had to move to Ikorodu. Ikorodu, I didn't grow up in that kind of environment. You know, to say. Ikorodu for me, moving there was like going back. It was like going backwards. But I needed to save some of the money to be able to establish myself, put my children in school. I understand, and forge ahead with my life. It wasn't an easy decision for me, but it was a decision I had to make and stand by it. So a lot of women have problems having to leave all these goodies. Maybe the husband bought her a car, she's driving a car, and she knows that if she has to walk out of that marriage, the husband will take the car. Leave that car. You live in Ikoyi. If you leave this man, you can't afford a house in Ikoyi. Move to Ikorodu or Yanopaja or anywhere. Start somehow, even if it's in a one room. Start when you're on your own. Because most times when I'm on my own and there's no distraction, you can think. And sometimes the first decision you make on things you want to do might end up not being the right decision, but you know what? You are learning. It's a process. As you move on, you make mistakes. You understand, along the line, you correct yourself, and then you pick up the pieces, and then you move on. Absolutely. Like I used to tell people, I'm never ashamed to stop a particular business. If I start a business, even walking people by they come and eat, drink, media come, cover it up. If I notice that business ain't working, I'm packing up that business, I'm starting something else. I'm not part of those people who's going to sit and say, oh, my friends, they will mock me. Oh, society will condemn me. I have fallen many times in my life, Tosin, you are aware, and I will pick it up and I will start all over again. And that is life. This life, it's a race. We're going to keep running it. And like people say, problem no they finish. No matter how you try to solve one problem, another one will come up. So you have to learn to focus on you. How am I going to get there? It's not easy for some people. Yes, it's not, because some people will start, they will struggle, and it will be like it's not working. But you can start anyhow. You can start from selling pure water. Tosin, when I was married and we had a lot of financial issues, from opening my first shop then, I remember I opened my first shop then in what's that place? Onikpan. I think I was 21, right? When I did that. My pregnancy, I was so heavy, I couldn't continue with the shop anymore. I closed it down. I sold everything at a giveaway price, kept the money. And after my son was about 3 months old, I started going to Cotonou, Mr. Bo, to buy Ankara, those Ankara then, those Guinea, and also and all those things, and to sell them. We'll go into Cotonou, Mr. Bo, we'll buy jeans. I'll come, I'll take it around offices. I was selling it, The money wasn't adding up, so I started doing cookies. I'll do cookies, put them in nylon, pin them, carry the clothes, carry the cookies, walk into banks. Sometimes they will chase me out. You understand? Sometimes I'll be lucky enough to sell, but in the process of trying to, move around, selling things, you understand? The company called me, combined. I said, okay, why don't you? We're looking for a sales rep. I didn't say, oh, I already own a business of my own. I'm going to Cotonou. I'm selling cookies. I took the job. You must be able to multitask. That's why I'm saying that if you're a lazy person, you can't forge ahead. You have to be ready to multitask. I took the job as a sales rep at Combined Technology in Ilupeju. I have my receipts. You understand? Everything I'm saying, you can go to confirm. I was there. I was working as a sales girl, earning 3,500. Do you know why I took that job? Because my mom was dependent on me. I'm going to talk about that when I start my YouTube program. Why she was dependent on me at a very young age. And so I was working for her. And those things I was selling, I was using those ones for my children. Are you understanding me? So I will go and give her 2,500 for my salary.
The remaining 1,000 naira, I used to pay daycare for Festus, because Festus was in daycare. And then, and I was so nice to customers that most times they tip me. People come, then I used to sell artwork paintings. I'm painting Tomafin artwork. You know, people will come, they'll tip me. Most times I even make more money than my salary.
Yeah.
You understand? And it wasn't easy because I have to wake up very early in the morning when we're still living in Itire Road. Beat my child, do everything, you know, buy a see washing machine, there was no we had conga. I will fetch conga water, you know. The only time I don't get to fetch water is when we put the bucket out for rain, during raining season. And during rainy season, I had hypertension because most times when there's so much water in the compound, it goes into our room and then we have to start throwing water out, you know. So I went through a lot, but I was determined. It wasn't an easy journey, and it is never an easy journey. Now it looks easy because everything is rosy a bit, but it's never an easy journey. And people need to understand that there's something that is so great, and that is your happiness. And you can't trade it for anything. You can't trade it for marriage. You can't trade it for society. You can't trade it for your husband or your wife. And you can't even trade it for your children, because mental health is real.
Yes.
Depression is real. Your personal health is real.
That is what people need to understand. And what I think, or what I know, is most people don't understand that, you know, mental health is real. Most women tend to tend to think about what people will say. Oh,
We're going for drive-through.
what would my friends say? What will family members say? What will, you know, my co-workers, my colleague, what will they say? Then they stay back. Not just because they really want to be in that situation. Apart from because, like you said, most married women these days can even be married to millionaires, billionaires, but they still stay in abusive relationship. They have that front to support themselves, but they don't want to leave. It's not because of the comforts. It's because of what will people say. But when you're gone, people don't think about, okay, when eventually they actually die, what will people say? And this is, you know, with kind of work that I do, I don't mince words with parents. I don't. I go into families. If it is a case of domestic violence, domestic abuse, any form of abuse, I say it right there and then. It has to stop. And you're not going back to that relationship, because you need to think about yourself. This is what I say to people. I come first in everything. I am sorry. If it's not making me happy, I am sorry. I think about
you don't have to be in that relationship.
I love my kids. I love them 1,000,000 and 100.
And women, and there's another thing. I made a mistake on that part at a particular time in my life. And I used to believe that I could change someone. Like, I used to believe that when I give so much love to that person will eventually notice it and then appreciate me.
No.
But it's not right. No. It's wrong.
No.
It's a very wrong
mentality.
It's a wrong mentality. Yes, that's the word. It's a wrong mentality for you to believe that you can change someone. You cannot change anybody.
Let me say to that. What most people do is, we know what we want. Like you said, when you're in a relationship with someone, even it could be friendship, it could be relationship, it could be anything. You already notice that this person is doing a whole lot of things that you don't align with.
Yeah.
But then you begin to think that, okay, when we eventually get married, this person will change. It's not possible to change an adult. An adult can actually say to you, oh, don't worry, babes, don't worry, I'll do this when we marry. But you've been seeing all this before marriage. Then when you start to have kids, you want this person to change. Before marriage, this person would abuse you verbally, would abuse you, you know,
Yes,
in every way, emotional abuse.
And to cut you short, I said something, you know, along the line when I was saying something, I deviated and I said, women need to understand that these men out there, that's the way they were raised.
Yeah.
And most of the fault is on us, we mothers, our mothers. Because our sons, we raise them that way. We make them feel special from the very first day that they were born. We treat them specially. They don't do nothing. They come to us with everything, and we're always there to pamper them and give them everything they want, from breastfeeding to when they start working, to when they fall, to when you know, like, we are always there, even when they're grown.
Yeah.
We still treat them like they're the man. They don't need to come into the kitchen. You know, a whole lot of things. And they grow up with that mentality. And so when they're getting married, they are expecting that they're going to have a second mom, so to say. Like, their wife is going to be just like how their mother was. Now, you have to remember that most mothers, we don't go back to our sons to say, for me, I hardly call Festus. It's just like when I did that program then, why do I always call it program? When I did that video about trying to encourage a lot of single mothers, my son didn't know anything until when I did that video. You were there. I sent that video to you first and told you I was sending it to Festus before posting it. You remember? Yes. Now, that was when he found out so many things. You understand? So that's the way mothers are. We will not call our sons to say, Okomi, we don't do that, so they don't feel our pain. They don't understand our pain, because even in our tears, when they come in, we are quick to clean our eyes and say, okay, what is it? It's always all about them. What do you want? How are you doing? This is this. It's always all about them. So these guys, these boys, these babies, they grow up. You understand? They are men, but they're still babies. You understand? The ones that maltreat women, I'm talking about the ones that give you mostly emotional abuse and physical abuse. You know, because when they're growing up, they have younger sisters and they beat them, and the mom, when they go to the mom, instead of the mom to scold him first, because for me, when Festus was young, once he beats Priscilla, or any of the other boys beats Priscilla, they know they are in for it for me. So Priscilla, you know Priscilla then, if they had beaten her in the morning, I was not around, she will cry till I come back in the night. There is no amount of beg you beg her, because she must report them, because she knows they're going to be in trouble. And they know. So even before I listen to him, I will first scold him for beating his sister. Because he needs to understand that it's a no-go area. You cannot raise your hands on your sister or any other female thereabout. Are you understanding me? Before I now said, okay, after he's done crying, that's okay, yes. Oh yeah, what happened? Now I want to listen. And then whoever is at fault would eat the second road. You understand? So that's the way. But a lot of we mothers, I'm adding myself to it because I don't know, I probably might be guilty of it. A lot of we mothers, when our sons are saying, oh mommy, you did it, say, don't talk that to your brother. Don't you know he's a boy? Then, okay, go and wash the plate. You expect the girl to go and wash the
way they were raised. You
understand? You expect the girl to go into the kitchen and cook. You expect the girl to do everything, because you've made the boy understand that the only job he has to do is to go out there and hunt for money and then enjoy himself if he has to. And when you see them messing around, and then maybe a young girl comes home today, they come and introduce. Ever since I've known my son, Festus, his siblings might know about his girlfriend, but I've never met any of his girlfriend before. Even right now, I'm even craving to know his girlfriend. I really want to meet his girlfriend finally. But you know, because of the way I
online.
Because the way I train them, if you bring anybody, is that person for me? Oh, you understand? That's it. But most mothers, you bring this one. Ìyàwó wa báwo ni, ṣé dáadáa ló wà, ó máa fine yo. The next minute he's bringing another woman, another girl home. Báwo ni ṣe wà, ìyàwó mọ́ta ni. People are like, kí ni ká ẹ̀yin mi fẹ́, tó bá gbé kó gbé wá máa gbé. That's the wrong way of teaching a man how to grow. So it falls on we women. Are you understanding me? Because when you bring somebody home, I want to question. And
Yeah.
same goes with Priscilla. You bring anybody home, she knows I will ask 1,000 questions. I will question you. And when you leaving that relationship, I need to understand why you're leaving that relationship.
The relationship.
True or not the relationship.
Yeah.
Now, all these things, it goes with them. It makes them to understand that you can toy with somebody's heart. You can joke with somebody's feeling. Now, a lot of we mothers, we women that end up suffering because our lama suffer. I know that I'm fair. I know that I'm being one. Now, a lot of we women that are suffering these things, this situation was actually being created by we women ourselves. And that's why until women begin to understand how to raise a boy child, this girl child will still grow up, go into this home and go through the same situation. Because you know what? They become narcissists. This boy child
Because
becomes
they've normalized it. They've normalized
it.
Yeah.
They don't have any empathy. They believe a woman is a
Figure.
property.
Yeah,
an object that has to be used. I will marry her because I need to feel like a man. Like, okay, I'm a responsible man now. I'm married. Even when they are misbehaving, they call themselves responsible men, quotes, because they are married. She needs to have children for me. She needs to prepare my food. She needs to take care of my house. They never bother to find out about what does she want? How is she feeling? What is she going through? How can I make her happy? Now, when you find a man like that, please grab him, hold on to him, and never let him go. Because, baby girl, men like that are very, very hard to come by, and that's the fact.
We're talking about women too. Do you know? I mean, there are women too that are, perpetrators. You know that.
Yes.
But it's just a shame that men don't talk about abuse. It's rare that you would see a man that would speak to you that, you know what, I am being abused. Women too abuse. Oh
yeah.
Your line. Oh, can you still see me? It's saying connected.
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Because I can see some people saying, "Oh, women." I mean, men too. Yes, but in our society, it's difficult for a man to come out to say, you know what, I am being abused.
Yeah. See, if a man is being abused, it's the same thing. It's vice versa. If you're being abused there as a man, walk out of the relationship.
It's not easy for a man. It's never easy for men.
Anybody. It's a decision. It's a decision to say. Because you see, like I said, your mental health is important. There are a lot of lazy men out there too, that they depend solely on the woman. You see, humans, that's the way we are. We notice that you are dependent on me 100%. We begin to abuse it. We begin to take advantage of it. Just like abroad now. The women, they will insult their husbands, stab them, do everything. The man is afraid to raise his hand because they will call the cops on him. Or probably they will tell him to leave the house for her and then he becomes homeless.
Yes.
But you know what? Sometimes it's easy for you. It's better for you to become homeless and have peace of mind and walk away when it is time. Stop saying because of the kids. The kids will grow up and they will understand. Let me tell you something to say. There is no amount of lie I tell my children today. If I have ever lied to them about their father, I tell you that they are the age that they would know it's a lie. At a young age, they might believe whatever it is I say that is a lie. But as they grow, because as they grow, they begin to see the difference. They begin to understand the real story, the reality of the whole situation. And it gets to a point you don't need to even tell them any story. They know the story. So most times, a lot of men will be like, I can't walk away because of my children. If that woman is a threat to the children, then you need to call the right authorities and find a way how they can get those kids off her. See, what I'm just saying in a nutshell is, whatever situation you're going through, no matter how hard, no matter how difficult it is, it still boils down to one thing: your happiness, your mental sanity. Let me use that. And it still boils down to you making a decision. See, decisions are not easy to make because it entails a lot of risks. You understand? But sometimes it is what is at the end of the day. Because when you stay in it, it's not going to get better. It will not. It will not get better. Because you have to adjust your life to there. Take all the shit they throw at you.
And think about yourself. The moment
and then
you start about themselves,
you see a lot of people when they are depressed, they eat a lot. They eat a lot and they become so big. Now they don't know why they are becoming so big because they are depressed. They're eating a lot. A lot of people when they are depressed, they don't eat. Some eat and they become so big. And then they begin to, the same people you're getting depressed for that is making you eat so much will now start body shaming you. See how big you are. See how ugly you look. See how kinecon you look.
Yeah.
And then because, you know, for a very long time, okay, I'll just say this. For a very long time, you know, I lacked a lot of self-confidence. You remember when we first met? I could not see anything pretty about my tummy.
Yeah.
Because of the stretch marks I had when I had my baby. I could not see. And you know who caused that? My ex. Because they kept body shaming me. This same thing that happened to me happened because I had a baby for you. Happened to me because I had a son for you. But now you made it everything that became on me. Like, I'm naked and you're telling me, probably he's saying that to me so that I don't have it in my head that any man would want me in case I want to walk away, because he knew then that he was emotionally fucking up with me. All right? But maybe that was what he was doing. But indirectly, he was killing all my morals. And no matter how pretty people tell me then that, oh, you're so beautiful, to me, I felt really ugly. You understand me? I felt really ugly. I remember when I left him and I had my first boyfriend, you know, it was always, no matter what we are doing, my hand is in my on my tummy, you understand? And you say, okay, a lot of women have it now. I'm like, it's ugly. So you see, when you stay in that relationship, they fuck up your brain that even
they take away your self-esteem in such a way that you don't even nothing. Even if you like
that relationship or marriage, you know, it's so hard for you to build it up again. So you cannot, anybody who is abusing you, and let me tell you something, baby girl. I don't know about the physical abuse because I was never physically abused. I was only emotionally abused. Emotional abuse is one of the worst and most dangerous things that you would ever want to go through. Because you feel very little, you feel unloved, you feel useless at the time, you feel not accepted, you have to do everything extra.
Yeah, just to be accepted.
Yes. I remember the first time I had my tattoo on. I had the tattoo on because I felt it will enhance my beauty. Now you tell me sometimes, oh yeah, but you always admire yourself, like seriously, because I have overgrown that now. So now I look at myself every time and I'm like, how come I never saw this beauty in me? But it wasn't that for me initially. What made me started lightening up my skin? Remember, I had it when I had Priscilla, this permanent that thing. And I used to feel dirty because like people will, and I'm a very neat person, but when people say that you know, so the thing used to make me feel so dirty. And in the process of trying to want to get that off, I started lightening up my skin.
Yeah.
And I noticed that when I started using lightening cream, the whole thing disappeared. And that's what covered me with lightening cream. Okay, fine, good. Although I'm still pretty though with it anyways. Now, those days then when I had that, he was the first person to always say, so even when I have somebody at the door, I have to quickly go and carry down my brown pardon. I'll just use it to patch and block.
Our daddy Ali Baba is here. Maybe, Daddy, please make a comment if you want us to add you to the. What are we going to call it? Program?
Baba.
Please.
So like for me, I'm saying a lot of things that I actually wanted to say in my YouTube. I'm going to talk about it in my YouTube. Yeah. I'll talk about it more in my YouTube. I'm not playing victim. Don't get me wrong. No, I'm just talking out of experience, and because I can
you can
understand
use your experience to teach people, to motivate people.
That's why I said those who are going through physical abuse, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know how I don't think I can find myself in such a situation.
Because your story might be different from my story. My story might be different from somebody else's story. It's that's life. And you talking about it now, you're not talking about it because you want to play the victim. Most people will still say, oh, what's she talking about? And most people will see you and hear your story and say, okay, I'm going through this. Maybe I need to make a change. Maybe I need to think about myself. Maybe I need to come first. But before you can make a decision, even if you have 1 million.
Daddy Ali Baba, I love you. I love you, Uncle Ali. I love you.
Ask him.
No, he's not coming.
Maybe he can add to it, from a man. Yeah,
okay, Uncle, let me know if you want to come in so I can add you to this.
Victoria Yamatu is online. I want to add.
Oh, Vicky!
I can come. But before I come, like I always say, please, people, women, men, think about yourself, because when you die, you die. That's the end of life. All this, I am doing it for my children. I'm doing it for so and so children. They are alive. And that is the fact. You need to start thinking about yourself. I keep saying to my children, I love you, but if I am not happy doing it, I am not going to do it.
Like for me, it was a decision. I had to make that decision. I had to make that decision to stay happy. And when I walked out of the marriage, I wasn't happy. I was actually
support. Sweetheart, let me. You had support. Most people don't have that support. You were depressed, but you had people you could talk to. You had people.
But I hurt people.
I know. See, I need you to pick up on this. A lot of women don't have that support. A lot of people don't have that support. You had that support. You had people like me. You had other people outside of your marriage that you could speak to. Though they were not going to help you financially.
A lot of people have people. But let me tell you something about having people. There's one thing for you to have people, and there's another thing for you to deal with depression. I can have so many people around me that will tell me, oh, yeah, but this, oh, yeah, but that. But let me tell you something. When I'm alone, I'm depressed. I'm not happy. Are you understanding me? I don't want to talk to anybody. Then I wasn't ready to talk to anybody. The only two people, the only two things, don't let me even use people. The only two things that gave me joy, apart from my children, was clubbing and drinking sometimes. For me then, I could remember very well one of my colleagues, I don't want to mention her name now. We were very best friends then. She didn't understand why I loved going to club. I used to go to club with my own money, spend my own money. But each time I'm in the club and I'm hearing those songs and we're dancing and that moment, I'm not thinking of anything. When I'm with the kids and we're talking and we're playing and, I'm taking care of them, that moment, I'm not thinking of anything. But the moment I'm alone in my room, I'm saying to myself, Iyabo, you worthless. You failed. You are ugly. How could you have a child and look so skinny and so ugly? Before you had kids, you were thick, you were pretty. Now you have to lightening up your skin to get off all these things, and look at now, you have to deal with that. And even you had a tattoo on, you still look ugly because there's no one's going to marry you. No one's going to accept you. You have 2 kids at your age. Failed marriage. Your mom had a failed marriage, and you are having a failed marriage. It's an ancestral cause. You just took up your maternal. You are dead. You are gone. Those are the things that rings in my head. And then you can call me that moment, and I pick. What's up, oh man, I'm not happy. I say, can you come? We talk, we chat, Will you put that down again? And it happens again. Depression is real.
It is real.
And if you're not strong, it will take you from this and throw you down. And that's why, for a very long time in my life, I was not outgoing. Like, I go out, but I wasn't. A lot of people saw me as mean, as rude, as saucy, because I didn't want to allow people into my life.
You became very defensive.
And so it was so easy for me to play gangster role, trust me. It was so easy for me to play the bitch girl, the bad girl, the rude girl, the crazy girl. Because that was what I was feeling at that time. That was how I could deal with myself at that time. And I didn't want nobody to love me. I didn't want nobody to get close to me. Even those who tried to love me, I pushed them away. I only could identify and recognize with people who didn't want me, and I didn't care. And you know that story, Tosin, because for a very long time, that was who I was. The only good thing about me then was that my children were my strength. My children were my everything. I just wanted to see those kids happy. I wanted to see them have the world. And I was ready to give everything and everything to them.
Yeah.
But I went through those stages when I left my marriage. So what I'm saying is that living your marriage, like I say, go, leave, walk out. It doesn't mean when you leave, everything is going to be rosy. It doesn't mean when you leave, you're going to get out of that depression or that's whatever it is you're going through.
That's when it starts.
It will go with you as you move. But when I'm depressed, when I'm going through my pain, I even thought I found love at a particular point in time, and I started to do again for that person like I did for my husband, my ex-husband. I was doing for him, hoping and thinking that as I'm doing, he will be different. But unfortunately, he was also a narcissist, and I was doing, and I wasn't getting, I was trying, and then that even became war. I almost lost my sanity because I could not understand. How can I give you so much love and then you cannot love me back in return? How can that be? Now that was another story. And I felt so much rage.
That's it, babe.
But I didn't care.
That's it. I don't want us to change this conversation, but I don't want you upset. It's going
You get what I'm saying?
Take away.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting too emotional now.
Please.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hello, Tosi, can you hear me? I can't hear you anymore.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
So it was, I didn't care about my happiness. I was angry that I did not be loved.
You need to calm down. You're going to.
I was angry that a lot of people looked down on me, and I gave love, even though I did not receive it back. And don't forget that the reason why I'm having my YouTube program that is coming on very soon, and you, Tosin, encouraged me to do, was because I come from. I'm this child that was just born.
Babe.
Into a world whereby
it's enough.
Those are you listening?
I'm listening. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm this child that was born into a world whereby
no, you're getting upset. You will get a lot of people upset.
I really could not understand my growing up, right?
Can you hear me?
Can I hear you? I can't hear you, Tosin.
Can you hear me? I'm still here. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Mungwe, very loud.
Okay. It's low now. I can't hear you, honestly. Maybe I
can
need
you
to
hear
go
me
off.
now?
I think
can
I'm
you
even
hear
getting
me?
too emotional right now. So anyway, guys, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but let me just stop right there.
Calm
in a nutshell,
down.
what I'm just saying is that
Yeah.
if you're going through emotional problems, if you're going through any I need to calm down. Okay.
People don't understand. I'm trying to tell Iyabo to come off the conversation because I know who she is. You know, you people saying I need to let her speak.
Let me tell you something, people.
Babe, I know.
Let me tell you the most difficult thing.
Are you there?
That would happen to you. Nobody can understand your story. That's the most difficult thing. Everybody will judge you. I remember when I did that video, that little story I told about how my marriage failed. That little story. Let me tell you, that's just the tip of a million things that has happened to me. A tip of a million. And there was a day I stumbled on YouTube. And I was reading, yes, coming. I was reading comments. And people were mocking. Someone said, oh, she's an actress, she's acting. Why is she talking about this thing? Why is she bringing her story to social media? Thank you. People don't care.
Exactly.
They will never care. So at the end of the day, it's all about you, your happiness. If you're in a marriage or in a relationship and you're going through what you can go down, and you're going through one emotional problem, they're beating you, you're not happy, your mental health is important. And when you get up and go, start anyhow. Start anyhow. Don't wait until you die there. And trust me, when you walk out of that relationship, it doesn't mean that it's going to be all rosy. You are going to go through a lot. You're going to go through a lot. A lot. But time heals all wounds. You know,
Babe, I'm the one
time
calling
heals
you.
all wounds.
I am the one calling you. I'm the one calling you. I just called you.
Please make a decision for yourself. Think, use your brain, and stay happy. God bless you. I love you. I gotta go. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.